There is a reason why they call it the Land Cruiser. It cruises anywhere. It goes anywhere. Today I'm seated in a 2014-2015 Toyota Prado TX Land Cruiser, and I'm enjoying the Australian-made beast.
For the love of cars, Uganda we roll. From dusty roads to dreams we patrol. Review steams, we break it down. Helping every driver in the town. For the love, for the love, for the...
Ante ni Morocco jiraba. Bobo yagalo kakasa. Nti Morocco yi Australia. At the end of the model code, kuba akanyukuta Q for Australia. The cars that were made for Africa, zibako A for Africa, eze Japan, zibako J for Japan, and of course, eze Korea, zibako K for Korea. Anti kati Africa ne Middle East to fanaganya ka suffix. This car is the epitome of, I think, rich people comfort. Not the epitome, of course there are those that are more, because this is the 150 series. The 150 series katiseba zebavuga zigendera ddala. But this as well, tekyasinikirwako mannyo. Era bw'oba tolina ssente nawe tosobola kugivuga. But it's comfortable, it gives you the feel of power. Abantu bagiyita wala.
Purchase checks, we lead the way. Track your car, no games to play. Restore the past, drive into tomorrow. We bring the love, not just the horsepower. Is it a no or a T?
Now, one of the reasons I don't feel so comfortable in this car is that it makes me shrink. See, it makes me feel like I'm too small. So I'm wondering how the guys that are too small, I won't say names, but there are some really small guys in Land Cruisers, you know. I don't know how they feel. Some of them are smaller than me. But it makes you feel like you're too small. Yes, of course, the seats are really comfy. You can raise it up to the very last level. But one of the things that make you feel like you're small, look at the steering wheel. It's huge compared to the steering wheels that we have in our cars. The seats makes you feel like you're shrinked. Of course, it's a standard dashboard. The legroom is fantastic. The headroom is still fantastic as well. And literally you can see these are a lot of space, and I think that's one of the reasons that people like it. Now, the comfort is beyond my wits. It's something that you will enjoy. Now, this one is automatic and has a full-time four-wheel drive system, four-wheel drive. Chitegeza tewetaga gisamu ebeera ku four-wheel drive high at all the time nti wofunamu akaseerezibwa oti nga yeeteekamu. This is not the radio that came with this car, so bagikyusa. This is Android. This is not like the one that comes with this car. The edges can show that it was changed. Ogiraba eragira ddala nti baateekamu nteeke, which is still okay. Omuntu aba ayagala okulaba ebintu bye. I love the AC control, makes it very, very okay. And it comes with a 3-liter 1KD. Wajita 1KD FTE. Ebera teweda 3-liter eberanga 2.89 something. Neka tujitira ddala 13. It's the improvement of the KZ, and it gives you better fuel efficiency while matching up the performance. I don't know if you can see on the road, tuli waguru. We are massively up there, and no one can tell that athaya to them Moroccan. So I'm thinking anybody that has issues with esteem, anybody that has issues with fitting in properly nga oinamu kasente naye nga abantu bakunyoma obanga oyagala oberenga olabika nti oyinamu akasente, definitely go buy yourself a TX. I think it boosts. It comes with the economy mode. Kitegeeza the times when you're not over accelerating, the economy mode will be engaged, ebe saving amu kafuta. Now this car is supposed to give us about 9 to 10 kilometers per liter mixed driving. Na ye nga wano mu Uganda, because of our road terrain, ejaku about 5 to 7 kilometers per liter. Now for most Ugandans, especially the guys abazimbye waffe Rezirobwe, abazimbye mu Karaji, nga ate okolera mu kibuga emmotoka egenda kuba kumenya okujja nga ate oli mugagga. Could be the reason why most of the government officials bwava mu office amaliriza zino azivudde mu gazi ye waffe mu Primo, because 6 kilometers kitegeeza ovuga okuva Kaleerwe ogenda okuyingira ekibuga ng'ennyodde 5. ogenda okuddayo ng'enywedde 5. Now for the guys that abatambulira ku boda olwoba 5 ntono naye bodda mu mmoloka oba olina ozisipendinga buli lunaku naye mwaba boda olumu mukanyoomawo ne mutambulawo, so it's quite something else. But the other thing that happens is that abantu bakutya. See, when you overtake, the people fear. Tebamanya ani alimu. Lwakuba ono nnyini teyateekamu bugombe. It comes with the standard push to start here, which also in a way gives it a little bit of security to not be stolen. A lot of storage space for you to keep your stuff, perfumes and all those things. And still here, remote already, so that's why it doesn't work on this one. And of course here is the diff lock, and then of course the 4-wheel drive control, which tegeragega mapesa agali awo. Now this one on the clock, it tells us it has about 52,000 kilometers. It's impossible chitegezoli yagigula natagivuga mu bbanga ddene. There is one thing I like about this car, and I think this is probably one of the reasons lwaki abasajja bavuga emmotoka za government balwawo okulubula. Look there, akalabirwamu ako, okalaba ka baby mirror, okalabyako ka baby mirror. Now that one makes it impossible for you to scratch. You can go in a very tight spot and still see the car that is behind. I think I should put it on my car so that nange sijida. Of course nze sikyakulubula manyi nnyo mmotoka naye, but that thing makes driving a little bit easier. You get, because you can see all around. And of course eno side ya driver yebiseera ebisinga wabeera safe. Side ya passenger yetera okubeera challenging, but what that thing shows you, it shows you the front of your car wali ku bumper, then it shows you along the body lining of your car for you to see all sides. Woo! And of course the 1KD is turbocharged, which gives it boost. Kati bwoba ogiwana amafuta nga amalungi ng'ogiwana service, ate biba biralamu ebigenda kuwoomera. But let me be honest, like we all want to drive these monster vehicles, and the braking is kawa. And then of course the steering, gondanga bw'ogiraba oyinza olowooza ovuga ka VTs. And then the suspension is of course the Australian suspension. Now Australian cars are built for rugged terrains, because when you go to Australia their roads are very smooth. So the main roads nga bw'olaba express baziyina boy waabwe expresses ezijjuddeyo fe wano tuyina. Now but when you come off of the express and then you go in eyombyalo, nabo balina enguudo embi ng'ezaffe, balinnya nnyo ensozi, which is why their cars have better suspension. But even when you're going to buy an Australian-made Toyota Land Cruiser, you need to make sure that the particular Land Cruiser you're buying, spares are available here. So if you're going to import it yourself, for example, because the 2014 model, okyasobola importing. So if you're going to be importing it yourself, you need to check with the dealers here n'olaba nti spare yo anaaba asobola okufunika. It doesn't make sense for you to import your own car and neweesanga nga tosobola kufuna spare. Now it has a sport mode. It has this car, it seems like it has daytime running lights, and I want to put it in sport, and then and then it's 4-speed. For some reason, it's a 4-speed car. Now we're going to test how afana nyimiriza na ina yati alaba omugaggaze omanyi saba oba otudde mu Land Cruiser muno bakuyimiza nete bakuyimiza nga balala fe baba tuyimiza mu vidiyo zaffe afanda afuwe firimu n'obusu nenza abeera gento tamanyani kumbe asa waabwe nze njirimu era. But you see even the way you seated, bwoba olina kibebi nga kitudde wano otegeera kibebi oba oyogera nakyo bulungi, you can even lean in like this. Kati it seems buli musajja mukazi w'obwano bagula Land Cruiser, andi kati okweyagala kugenda kubeera awo bw'oba degree tewagimala oddeyo ogimali ng'ovuga Land Cruiser ng'ova mu kiraasi. Ebisigadde ate do I need to tell you? You understand how the world and the system works. But anyway, I find that overall it gives you a lot of space. Not only me, but all my passengers would be very comfortable. It has a very good boot space, Mavigeri, and very good AC as well, very well controlled. Now, someone is going to ask me, Arthur, what is special about this car? Apart from the fact that if you're going to be driving in bad roads, a corridor, generally it's a normal car. Pose no kulie swagger, no butanyomebwa, and of course it cushions you a little bit when you get into accidents because it's safer than our small cars. Okitegeera kubanga ebeera waggulu n'abantu ba government bakutyatyamuko, but obviously bovuga emmoloka eno tolina kwepanka nnyo because byansi byakufa byakuleka. This Prado runs on the legendary 1KD FTV 3-liter turbo diesel engine. Now, eno engine bagikola to give you about 171 horsepower, 420 Newton meters of torque, which is why bobo linyensozi ebyesobulira bobo ina kyotowinga erina amaanyi eno engine ogenda gisanga mu drone ogisange muzi hard bazita zino double cabin zamwe Hilux kwegamba engine maanyi ate this one comes with a 5-speed automatic full-time 4-wheel drive. Agamanyo gategedde ate this is a motoka etikka abantu 2-3-4-5 eba etikisa abantu batono ng'esobola so ne bwodo gitikka boot n'ojjusaamu eba eswa ne bw'oteekako trailer emabega gwate eyina ka trailer brake controller wano kitegeeza ki bagikola ng'osobola okuteekako trailer emabega n'ogisika.
Not just a brand for color.
Inside, it's built for space, roominess. It has large windows which gives you plenty of natural light, good air conditioning with controls here for the passenger. It gives you very wide seats for everyone to be comfortable, very good leg room, very good headroom, and of course, it has an extra seat here and an extra seat here. Okasikayo bwoti ate bobo yagala kukebasa era n'okebasa guno omuto gweyongera maaso bapassenger bemabaganda bayitawo ne mumala ne muguzaawo. So you have 3 passengers here, you have 2 passengers in the rear, and you have 2 people in the front. Let me show you the boot.
No just a hype, styled views and engine rolls. We teach you more than just for doors. Taking tools from the basics up, tracking gear and car care stuff. If you're new or a seasoned vet, for the love of.
Now you can see, even with the boot loaded, you still have a bit of space here. Katono. Sikanji nnyo. But usually, how many people do you find that have these Land Cruisers? Ngatasobola kufuna motoka etwala bintu. Bw'oba oyimusizza obutto buno ka space kaba kafunzeemukko. Naye awo otuukira oggula emmotoka eno nga lwaki tofuna pick-up etwala bintu byo. And that gives you a lot of space, plus the huge windows, and huge windows all the way up to here. And of course, the good leg room goes all the way from the passenger to the driver.
For the love of cars, Uganda.
Now the chassis is made of 2 wishbones, which will has 2 wishbones, obubeera control arm, eyina bati wansi eno, and then of course it gives you radio. And then it gives you very good ground clearance here. Now, in Emotoka nabagambi, it's Australian made. Australia, nabo bayina enguudo embi nga ffe wano e Kampala. The ground clearance is something makanika wo asobola okgendayo nga tataddeyo jig, because it's really long. And it has ABS controlled stability. Jankulaga ekitata kyeyina. Eyina downhill assist control. Kana akapeesa bw'okanyiga bw'oba okkirira. If you're going downhill, kana akapeesa kayambako emmotoka yo okutambula ng'eri stable bulungi ng'etambulira ku speed eri control. Omanyi w'obeera nga oyina gy'okkirira naye ng'emmotoka emipiira egimu gidduka egimu tegidduka, kano kagirookinga ne gibeera nga gitambulira ku speed y'emu, brakes ne ziba nga zikola kyekimu. Ate era eyina ne differential lock. Diff lock, emmotoka yo bw'eba eseerera eri mu bisooto, diff zirookinga neeba ng'emipiira gitambulirawo mu bwe giti, which gives it very good off-road capability.
Uganda we roll, from dusty road to Grimsby Patrol. Reviews teams we break.
Now, depending on the trim you get, you'll have multifunctional buttons everywhere, steering controls everywhere, which means you can have multimedia controls here kati eno radio yakyuka nga bwe nkugambye, but it has very good, some have even more premium sound system. And then of course you have a bunch of controls like the cruise control which comes with this car here, until you can cruise and let the car go on its own. And of course this one goes up to 200 kilometers per hour as maximum speed. As example, speed 200 kilometers per hour. And then of course you have a control cluster here. Let me start it. Exactly. And then it gives you a bunch of warnings before it starts. And as you can see, esigazaako obutaala bubiri. Aka handbrake because it is engaged, and of course akenzija enzigule because nzigule, n'aka seatbelt because, well, seatbelt sinteekeko. And then of course this AC control panel, which I like for one thing, it's very easy to replace nga ebefudde. I think in Uganda chances are high nti ejja kufa. And of course you have dual AC. The passenger has their own air conditioning, the driver, so you can decide. And then the rear, osobola okusalawo ngamba nti ebeere duo oba nosalawo n'ogamba tugigatte, which is something that is, of course, you guys know how to control all these things. And you have storage space here for cup holders here. You have another cup holder here, and then you have a bunch of sockets where you can do fast charging. You have a 12 volt or 120 watts cigarette burner spot here, and then very deep storage in here, and for your books here. And then something tells me there's something extra here, but I don't see it. And then of course you have door storage, and then you have automatic windows, zebaita all auto. You have airbags here. You don't have airbags here, but you have airbags in the rear. Obviously you have airbags in the rear, and then you have handles because it's an SUV for you to come on. You also have handle here for you to come on. Now let's look at the engine bay.
All the new, they shine with pride. Toyota, Nissan, Benz, or Mazda, we break it down, no propaganda. Every papa's got a tell. Village try to see the scale. We talk the truth.
This is the legendary 1KD. No, massive made, and it's a very clean vehicle. It's turbocharged, as you can see. And it's very clean. I'm sure you can hear the sound. Terimu ya dakachakala, terimu ya doruchere. What can I say? Ene moroka yali nyumi okuvuga. Tebagikwata ngamu. Now, I actually wish we could all afford cars like this one, because most of you guys wish we would buy this. Now, this car is not so expensive. Eno weri mumbera jerimu ya milioni nga 10 abiri. In the bond, it's about 150 million shillings. It's a good vehicle. You can drive it n'ogenda mu kyalo. However, ntaddemu amafuta gange ku petrol station w'emmotoka bagimpeeredde. Agange gaawedde mutandise n'okunywa ku gw'omugagga. Enywa. Ne bw'oba olina ssente ezigigula. Bw'obeeza amafuta zikwekubya mpi togigula. Guys, kagende empoomerwe emmotoka ngivugemu ngizze ewa nnyiniyo. Don't forget we do these reviews weekly. And then of course we have a live broadcast every morning, 7:40 a.m. Monday to Friday, and then on the weekends 5:15 p.m. to Suwa. And then of course Echimeza Chemoroka every Friday 7 p.m. and the weekly roundup on Saturday is uploaded. Until next time.